Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Rad. Uh, I'm sorry about my absence. For those who care of you, of course. I was out of town for a week, and that's why there were no live streams for the past week, that is. So with that said, tonight topic, Jupiter retrograde. It's quite of a long transit. It's up until the 30th of December, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 30th of December, 9:40 p.m. So it's literally up until the end of the year. The forecast, which is going to be performed today. This forecast concerns, the retrograding Jupiter. Bear in mind there are going to be many other things that are going to happen in the sky, into the pattern of the sky. So, yeah. And with that said, literally, first thing that I'm going to do, as usual, that will be the collective reading. And if you had observed the thumbnail, you would have saw 3 cards there. And they stand as first one, that is the Ace of Wands, followed by the second card of the Page of Wands. And the third card that we have, that is the Two of Pentacles, is the third one. So that is how the elemental dignity spread stands. And the retrograde Jupiter, actually, I don't know, Pisces Moonbeam may shed a bit of a light, into the comment section and the chat as well. So make sure you follow that, because she's the astrologer. About the Jupiter retrograde and the general topic that is going to present. However, what those cards are kind of pointing here is that it should bring us many new things. And when I do say new things, I mean that we should be open to receive them. It kind of speaks that they're going to align, and in the same time they will be kind of different. And what I do understand from these tarot cards on a personal level, what Jupiter retrograde is going to bring to us personally, that is discovering of skills, right? Discovering of talents, muses. What was the word? Not eagerness, passions, and also interests. And due that time, it's very likely that almost all of us are gonna find new things to do, new things to love, new things to be excited about, new things to look forward to, and new things to be enthralled about. And that will kind of like fit with what we do believe in up until this point, meaning that whatever concepts we do have about life, love, business up until this point, they don't have to change profoundly, that is, but they will definitely go under a certain, say, adjustment as well. So it's a fantastic transit, or a cycle, whichever way you prefer to call it, for people to change their jobs, people to find new love, people to find new house as well, whatever new you wish to invite in your life. What those cards are showing is that that's going to be the time to find it. And again, I just need to highlight that thing. Bear in mind that at first glance, it will be fairly different from what we had imagined up until this point. Fairly different. That doesn't mean that it's going to be unacceptable. It doesn't mean that it's going to be uncompatible. It's just it's not going to be what we had expected. And that is the reason why the most beneficial people throughout the next 3 months, as far as Jupiter retrograde is concerned, are going to be people who are just open for anything new that comes on the horizon. Thank you, Taco. Much blessings to you too, mate. Glad that having you around. Right. So with that said, this is the collective reading and how this is going to. My God, I banned you several times. Okay. So that was the collective reading. And a few notes about the show before I move forward. There are going to be 12 readings now, one for each star sign. I'm going to start with Aries and I'm going to end up with Pisces. And they are readings for the star sign. So bear that in mind. They will resemble your situation. They will affect you in a certain way, but it's very seldom that they will happen to be the direct answer to whatever situations or questions you do have. So take them as more as a guidance rather than, like I said, a direct answer. But if you do wish me to be your interpreter and to interpret for your own personal situations, you can always go to my website, which link you will find in the description down below. And there on the very front page, you will see full list of my services and as well their pricing. Aside from that, should any decide to support the stream and the channel through either Super Chat or PayPal, which link you will find in the description down below as well, you're going to have a reading at the end of the stream. That's pretty much guaranteed. And it is here the place to thank Yasmin. Thank you for your $20 PayPal support. And Taco, thank you for the $22.22. PayPal, Super Chat, I'm sorry, support. Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you, Taco. So you guys are going to have your reading at the end of the stream. Let me put you into the list, mate. Yeah. All right. All right, so first star sign that we're going to have on our hands, that will be Aries. You can track whichever star sign I'm reading for displayed on the glyph on my right hand side. Right, so for Aries, first one, that will be Two of Cups. Then it is the Four of Pentacles. And then we do have the Lovers. Those three. And so, suffice to say, this transit, this Jupiter retrograde, it will give you Aries the means to kind of consolidate. Doesn't even mean to save, but rather consolidate and ensure rather the longevity of your love life, whether that is the relationship you have, or the marriage you have, or the love interest you have, whichever the case. So it's going to give you the means, but these means are going to have their catch. They will have their requirements, for a lack of better expression. And the first one, that is forgiveness, right? So you got to be able to forgive in order things to move forward. Now, the second thing is shyness. Whatever you are shy about, whatever you are uncomfortable talking about, you got to go past that. I mean, you have to leave your shyness on the shelf and just, talk about the things that are bothering you, express them. And the next thing you got to leave on the shelf, that is the pride. Okay, so ego, pride, it needs to be abandoned on your behalf. If you can't do that, then unfortunately, at least according to these cards, things are not going to work out. Now, on a personal level, a very peaceful transit, Jupiter retrograde, rather. Well, the term is not exactly cages you. What I'm trying to say here is that it's gonna place boundary in between you and the people that are involved with you, except involved in regards to love. And basically, whomever tries is gonna find thyself unable to mess around with your things. So you ain't gonna have anybody, sabotaging your work. That is especially potent in term of a career. Although Aries, you will feel slightly off for as far as Jupiter retrograde is concerned. I mean, it's kind of like it's not like things aren't gonna go well. It's just you will feel like there is a slightly lack of harmony in between you and the environment you find yourself into. But according to these cards, this is a transit of love for you guys. So do something nice for your love interest, for your wife or a husband, for your boyfriend or a girlfriend, whomever you are with, because that's gonna, like I said, ensure the longevity of your emotional state. Right, so next, that will be Taurus. Hey, Yalabi. Welcome to the stream. Right, Knight of Cups. Four of Cups. Ace of Wands. Now there is a good and a bad side. What those cards refer to, it is that it does look like that you Taurus are gonna fall in love with something you forget that you loved before. Doesn't necessarily has to be a person, but it could be as well. Okay, so you will rediscover, for the lack of better expression, a source of happiness. And even I dare to say here, I'm going to allow myself the liberty to do so, that you will love it even stronger than before. You will find more enjoyment, more glee, more sensual joy from it. And that is the good news. Now, the bad news, it is that it will be very difficult for you to find new things which are going to happen to be interesting to you, to explore and, to discover, for lack of better expression. So, while you are going to find yourself being very blessed and happy in regards to what you already have in your surroundings, the new enterprises that you will definitely gonna have a chance exploring, it just are not gonna find yourself being very, very enthralled by them. So my advice, by the look of those cards, is just know your bounds, right? Just know your bounds, and when you have yourself fill with emotional content, just stop searching for more. Hey, Mattia. How are you doing? All right, next, Gemini. But yeah, thank you for the 20 US dollars PayPal support. Thank you, Mattia. The end of the stream, you will have your personalized reading for the Jupiter retrograde. Just give me one moment here. Okay. All right, so Gemini, 3 of Cups. The High Priestess. Seven of Swords. Things are going well with me, Mattia. Thank you for asking. Well, couple of things is kind of what Jupiter is gonna bring you first. Very simple for what these cards are showing. Long-term friends, or I would say people who are gonna see an eye to eye with you on a long-term goals. So if nothing else for you, Gemini, that will be the transit where you will receive a lot of emotional support, for lack of better expression here. The other thing that this planet is going to bring for you, this transit of a planet is going to bring to you, it's initial results that you will see with your current enterprises, especially enterprises which you have just begun or you are about to begin throughout the next 3 months. But what you will find, it is the importance of self-drive, not the self-belief, but again the importance of a self-drive. Or how I'd like to call it, it is imagine that you do focus on monetary gains, but focusing on monetary gains alone very often does create a lonely and empty existence. So my point is that Jupiter is going to teach you to know that there is more than just a personal satisfaction, because at the end, should you have no one to share it with, it doesn't worth a dime. Or at least according to these cards. Should you happen that you fall in love in the next 3 months, you should know that you can go for as far as building family with this person. Again, is up for you to decide, but the potential is pretty much there. So should you have any plans for some kind of a personal venture, should you have any plans for business, should you have any plans to start looking for work or buying a house or whatever the case, something to grow, it's a good transit for you to start it. It is because, like I said, it does show a stable and initial results on that regard. How it's going to end? Well, it depends on your performance, but at least for the next 3 months, it does look like that you will have a positive results on that matter. All right, next, Cancer. Seven of Cups. Nine of Swords. Queen of Cups. All right, guys. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but there will be, okay, I'm going to approach the reading that way. There are going to be a fair share of times in the next few months up until the end of the year, where you may find yourself low in resolve. Let me give you an example. Let's say that you do have business, okay, and the business, marginalizing it and generalizing it, it does go well. It helps you pay bills, pay your mortgage, provides well for your family. But there are certain days where you don't see how new, say, purchases are going to come around, the new clients. You don't see how you're going to pass the new year, the new annual tax and these kind of stuff. But on the next day, kind of like your sight, your vision for positive vision is kind of returned. So you're going to have these moments where the doom and gloom is just going to overwhelm you, or the thought of the doom and gloom. Other than that, it should be fairly, how can I put it into words, fairly peaceful and even fairly simple transit for as far as Jupiter retrograde is concerned. That is a transit where you will find a lot of friends as well, but your friends are going to be better than I think it was a Taurus. Your friends are going to be better because your friends will be able to kind of like walk a mile in your shoes. So they're going to understand you truly, okay? And the moral support from the friends you will make is going to be truly indomitable. And through that moral support, you will feel that there is nothing impossible in front of you to be accomplished. So that will be a huge recharge as well, setting aside these moments believing into the doom and gloom. Thank you, Taco. You could have played on the Xbox. You have one, don't you? Leo next. Hey, Anna. Welcome to the stream. Well, you do have hotspot, didn't you? For Leo, the strength. The High Priestess. And the Knight of Cups. The best word that I can describe it, restless. Okay, Leo are gonna find themselves being very, very restless, insatiable. Anna, thank you for the 20 US dollar support. Thank you, Anna. At the end of the stream, you will have your personalized reading for the transit itself. Thank you. Right, so insatiable, because things around you that you have relied upon up until this point, according to these cards, simply not enough. It's not like materially they're not going to be enough. You ain't going to find, as the time progresses, the same, say, pleasure and satisfaction. For example, the job will start delivering you more, less and less satisfaction. Unfortunately, your relationship may start doing it, so your friends. And that doesn't mean that you will have to go and look for new, right? That is your choice to make. Are you gonna start looking for new jobs, say, or new friends, or you will try to revitalize, because both options are very valid for you. In fact, these cards are encouraging you to try and stir what you already have rather than look to replace. And the path for stirring, it goes through enthusiasm, I believe. Basically, let me give you an example here. Basically, if your relationship is something that abates in content and in emotional satisfaction, you gotta place a goal that is enthusiastic for both of you. That goal could be going on a holiday, it could be changing a living place, moving in together, whatever the case, but it needs to be something that you both find enthusiastic and that it is somewhat challenging, so you can feel the heat, okay, and it can bond you. Same thing about your job, same thing about your friendships as well. So this is a transit where you gotta figure out, you know, what makes you thinking and what makes you looking forward to move forward as well. It is entirely up to you to decide that, but if you can't, the universe itself is going to bestow a target for you. Unfortunately, it may exclude everything that you already possess, right? So it will make a choice for you, and I always encourage you guys to make your own choices. All right, next, Virgo. The Lovers. Ten of Pentacles. I do apologize. The Hangman. So these three cards. Well, Jupiter direct is going to put you in a situations, Virgo, where you will have to make choices in regards to uncomfortable topics. Topics which you may had hoped that they were just going to go away on their own accord, being swiped under the rug, and you don't have to kind of like get your hands dirty or involve yourself in a messy situations. Now, alas, it seems that at the end of the day, everything is going to boil down to what you will decide. And the important thing, which could serve as a, you know, a curse or a blessing, whichever way you want to see it, but there will be no right or wrong choice here. Okay, it falls down entirely up into what you are more accustomed or harmonious to live with, right? Example to explain myself, imagine that you have to decide which job to take, and one of the jobs it pays very well, but you would hate working it. The other one, you would love working it, but the money for it, it's just, you barely are gonna meet ends. And you can't work both. I mean, you gotta decide which one you're gonna go for. They both have their pros and cons. There is no right or wrong choice. It's all about your personal preferences, taking a responsibility that yes, you will love what you work, but you will struggle financially, and you may hate yourself working that, but hey, financially you will be very, very well. And that is a big lesson for you that you're going to learn in these 3 months, and that is that no one can have everything. Okay, you can't have it all. And at some point, you can a person, or you in that particular case, you will have to settle on one or the other. You will have to settle on what you want or on what you have to, but you can't have both. And that's pretty much what Jupiter retrograde is going to bring to you. But whichever one you settle on, even though the start may be a bit rocky, and on the rocky, I mean, you just gonna have to get used to it, right? Afterwards, it will flow. It will flow like a very calm and abundant river. All right, next. That will be Libra. Pisces moonbeam, that's my say. That's, you can't fight faith. Or I believe it's my say. 7 of Pentacles. High Priestess. Ooh, the Hangman. All right. Libra's good. These 3 here. And due that, I hope you listen carefully, Libra, from whomever of you are Libra. Jupiter retrograde will be the phase of your life where you are going to sow seeds. Okay, you will plant seeds of your career, plant seeds of your family, for your family, plant seeds for your social life, for yourself, whichever the case. Now, these seeds could be education, they could be monetary investments, you know, time investments, whatever the case. And those seeds are going to cultivate for a very, very long time. It goes far beyond the end of the year. By the end of the year, it's planting those seeds, but their payback, rather like their benefits that you will reap from them, it may last for a lifetime. It's huge. So what is important is not to beguile yourself into lies, right? If someone wants to be your friend, you can't make him be your lover, right? So plant a friendship seed. If someone wants to hire you, then they don't want to be your lover again. They don't want to be your friend. They want to work with you. So plant a career seed, right? Just look things for what they truly are. Do not beguile yourself that you can change them, because you can't. They are exactly as they are, and they will give, or rather like, how can I put it into words? The point is that there is going to be a reciprocal return in between the giving and taking, but the giving is going to be already established. So someone wants to give you friendship, it should take friendship from you, nothing more, nothing less. Someone wants to give you a certain amount of money for the job, it should get the job, but nothing more, nothing less. All right, and this is how you do plant those seeds. Okay, and they will benefit you, like I said, for a very, very long time. And something more personal according to these cards now, that will be the transit where you will have your answers, right? If you will, the answer of what is the reason of your life, for example, or what is the reason you being at the place you are, or why do you love someone or something that you can't explain and whatnot. You will have those answers. All right, next, Scorpio. Ace of Wands, Four of Swords, Four of Pentacles. Give me a moment. It's like it's like a lot of discussions which are gonna be led. Doesn't necessarily have to be with just only one person, okay? It could be with entity. You may have a negotiations with a big consortium of companies, right? Or just with multiple people on different subjects. But the bottom line is that there will be for Scorpio a lot of discussions in the next few months. These discussions, guys, are going to open doors for us. Okay, career door, romantic door, social door, whatever the case. These are going to be a multiple doors. The problem, uncertainty. What I mean is the uncertainty of how walking through either of these doors, things are going to turn out. So that is something which we are going to feel on the tips of our fingers, but we will never, for the next, up until the end of the year, we will never going to be able to quite reach it. And that is certainty, security, establishment as well. So think of it that way. It is that everything we do is going to be in flux, and we constantly gonna have to, it's not struggle but toil rather, to keep it in check, keep it in line, controlling it, if you will. But other than that, it is highly unlikely that we're gonna face any kind of exterior issues. And under exterior issues, I mean problems which we have no control over. So it's going to be an interesting transit for us. There are going to be a lot of new enterprises that we are going to think about, we are going to talk about, we are going to discuss, we are going to plan for, hopefully as well we are going to become a part of. But again, the thing of the uncertainty is going to be something that always is going to chase us on the back of our heads and will make us restless for the next few months. Oops, Sagittarius. Next. Yeah, we know that for sure, Pisces Moonbeam, don't we? When Taco went absent for a month or two, everybody asked for him. All right, Sagittarius, the Hangman. Nine of Cups. Ten of Wands. Well, the key word of these three cards, holidays. Okay, literally holidays. Because according to them, Jupiter retrograde will open up a space for you to just, can I put it into words? Have your time with stuff, for a lack of better expression. But I'll try to explain that way for you, Sagittarius. Whatever you are moving forward with, okay, whether a project, whether a person, it will go to a certain point for the next few months. And the point that is going to go to, it will be very fulfilling, okay, very, very fulfilling. But it cannot pass it, at least for the time being, not forever. There will be more growth, there will be more development, but not now. Okay. However, with that Ten of Wands being next to the Hangman, you may kind of like push it. Okay, you may push it and push it and push it. And mind you, ain't gonna break, all right? So it's pretty much safe and sound, whether your relationship, whether your job, it's just pushing it is gonna make you not nervous. The word is not nervous. It's basically gonna put the stress on you. Instead, you pushing and putting the stress on your partner to make a choice, you will feel stress of the whole thing, that you are trying your best and yet, you know, nothing comes out of it. That is because nothing can come out of it, at least not for now. So the moment you feel fulfilled and satisfied, it is the moment you need to stop for now and just enjoy it. Enjoy your friendships, enjoy your work, enjoy your time, enjoy yourself, your love life or your relationship if you do have one. And the last of the year, according to these cards, it should go rather smoothly and very, can I put it into words? Fulfillingly, because these cards does describe the sensual joy you can experience. The only thing stopping you, it is you, and you know, the strive for, can I put it into words, a strive for a perpetual was the word that I was searching for. So a strive for perpetual progress. All right, next, Capricorn. Four of Cups. The Hierophant. Devil. These three. And that is going to be, just hear me out, okay? This is going to be somewhat of a dangerous transit. And it's not going to be a dangerous because something bad is going to happen to you. On the contrary, Capricorn, For what those cards are saying here is that this retrograde Jupiter that it is happening will allow you to have whatever you yearn for. It's just, how can I put it into words? According to these cards, you will be capable to bend the circumstances to your will, right? And simply force situations to happen, force someone's answer to certain point, or rather not certain point, to exact answer you wish, force someone agreement, force someone approval, force someone, and this is going to be intoxicating. Okay, just you will get used to it very, very quickly, and it will feel right to you. Okay, it's simply going to feel right to you, but it isn't. And that's why it's going to be dangerous, because that is a huge power which is going to be bestowed upon you, that probably is going to leave you after this transit is over, and then left without it. You will have to face the consequences and pay the price of whatever actions you will exert from now up until the end of the year. So it's very, very important next few months, up until the end of the year, that is when you want something and, you know, you strive for it, ask yourself, is this going to ruin someone's life? If it does, don't do it. Okay, just don't do it. But hey, it's going to be, again, a transit where you can have whatever you yearn for. All right, last. No, next one to the last. Aquarius. Thank you, Yadabi, for the $20 US. Thank you. The end of the stream, we're going to check it out and see if Jupiter retrograde is about to bring you one, and you to be single no more. Jasmine, thank you for the $20 US. Thank you, Jasmine. The end of the stream, you are going to have your personalized reading that Jupiter retrograde is going to bring you. Let me put you into the list. My God, I hate that UI. All right, for Aquarius, Four of Pentacles. High Priestess. Two of Pentacles. So this is how it stands. Those three. And for as far as Aquarius is concerned, you may not like that, guys, but very unremarkable. And it's going to be unremarkable because Jupiter retrograde, other than extreme security, it doesn't look like that's going to bring you anything else for now. So what I am trying to say here is that this will be, by the end of the year, you will ensure your position at work. You will ensure, the security of your marriage. You will ensure, and I think that we do have a star sign that had those same cards, High Priestess, Four of Pentacles, which is literally that. You will ensure, the longevity and the security of your family and all these kind of things. Okay, but above everything else, you will ensure your vision. What I mean, it is that whatever concepts you do have right now, we're not talking even about ideas. This is more like a way of doing things, a way of having a life. You will ensure that that drives home, all right? You will ensure that that comes true. And by the end of this transit, it does look like that we as Aquarius, because I am rising Aquarius, pretty confident in our well-being. We will find ourselves very, very confident in regards to, again, security of our marriage, if we do have one, of our job, of our business, of ourselves overall. And this should be transit without problems as well. Okay, it's just, even if there are some that raises, they will barely gonna scratch us. All right, and last but not least, that will be Pisces. This is for Pisces. We do have the King of Wands with the Ace of Swords and Temperance. It is the other card. It is about placing demands, or rather expressing demands. So Jupiter retrograde for you, Pisces, is going to link and relate to your ambition and the requirements that ambition needs to meet, or rather like the requirements others needs to meet in order to be a part of your ambition. I don't know how to explain it exactly, but basically you will make things clear, not just only to yourself, but also to everybody else that is involved in you, around you. And that way is going to be a pure clarity is going to be set and bestowed upon the situations you are, pure clarity over your marriage, if you do have one, pure clarity over your job, pure clarity over your friendships, and so on and so on. And that way you will just gonna know what does require, right? What does require to have a successful job? What does, or to be successful at the work you are, based on whatever ambition you do have, because your ambition may not be related to your job right now. Your job may be just a means to an end, but you may have the ambition to become a super important, or rather like a MVP where you are right now. That could be your ambition. Okay, so whatever your ambition is, and aside from being able to put a clarity on what is going to be required, you're also gonna find the way. Okay, the way that it should, how can I put it into words? it should go, I can't find another word rather than a smooth, because that's going to be a way where there will be no extreme states. There will be no pressure, there will be no shortness, there will be no feeling like you do have your back against the wall, emergency as well. It's just is going to have a consistency, and how can I put it into words? It's just is going to feel right. Okay, that's going to be the middle path, the golden path that you will find toward manifesting whatever ambition you do have right now. All right, so that was for the 12th, and now super chat. First, Yasmin. That's not to be confused with Jasmine. Well, if you find them, great. Well, why shouldn't be? Till the end of the year, Jasmine. Literally till the evening of 30th of December. All right, Jasmine. Yasmin, I'm sorry. These are your cards. Let me get that star sign off. These are your cards. And what they speak about is a specific extension you do have on something, or you are about to have on something. What I mean under extension, let me explain you the situation. Now, that is I think it's common trend in the West, where people are hired 3 months to 3 months without having a long-term contract. Like we call it a permanent contract, okay, or timeless one. It is how it's called, timeless one. So this extension or continuance that it is already happening with you, it's going to kind of like stop, and it will be set on permanent. Now, that I just gave an example with the working contract, you know, but it's just, it could relate to anything, and it will be a positive thing, okay, for you. This is not going to be an establishment of something bad. It's going to be an establishment of something good, and it will be also marked with a contract. So it's kind of like a weird thing, okay? For example, that may be if you are under rent and you are expecting every month, you know, to be told that you will have to leave. Maybe this is going to be the period where your landlord is going to come about and tell you, okay, you know what, I like you as a tenant, so do you want to sign for a year instead of month to month? Okay. And it will again relate to something really, really good. The thing is that up until this point, you had to put a lot of effort into sustaining and controlling it. Now you don't anymore, because it's gonna move forward on its own accord. So bottom line is that Jupiter retrograde is going to make you worry for one thing less, and is going to be a big worry that is going to drop off your shoulder. It's going to be a big thing, and again, it will be forged and established by a contract. A treaty will be signed, a price will be paid. Okay, but all in all, you will feel very, very good and happy about it. That is a huge accomplishment that you will consider you have achieved. Should it happens that you fall in love, you need to know that that is going to be a soulmate or a twin flame one. I know that you do have a boyfriend. Hopefully that's not the case. I mean, falling in love. Then someone is going to get hurt, and we don't want that. Taco feelings. Let's see, mate. For you, how the Jupiter retrograde will be. Alright, Taco. Those are the cards. So what they show it is that there will be, how can I put it into words? Discrepancies. Okay, so let's put it that way. Yeah, there will be discrepancies, and these discrepancies will be money related. That could be discrepancies in your payment, or discrepancies in your arrangements, or discrepancies in your expectations. Well, it's unlikely to be the expectations. That is something that you very well know what to expect. It is just you will find that it's not going to be what you are expecting. So, but that doesn't make you, how can I put it into words, fantasizing up until this point. I mean, you were correct. You came to this arrangement, to this agreement. Now the agreement will be attempted to be twisted. Is it going to succeed? It shouldn't. What I mean is that you are going to have the full power to prevent that, and to get what you fought for, to get what you, or to be paid for as much as you have agreed upon. But it is within your hands, mate. If you sit on them on your couch, it's not going to work out that way. So you gotta step up. We have the Chariot, and these are great odds, but the Chariot gives one the ability to triumph against those odds. and to accomplish a wish fulfillment, but it needs to kind of like step up and how can I put it into words? Not to resign about the situation, if you know what I mean. And that is the most important topic for you, which Jupiter retrograde is going to bring you. All right, next, Mattia. Hopefully. You're welcome, Taco. Thank you for your support. These are your cards, Mattia. Jupiter retrograde. I think it's gonna bring back an old love. Someone that you had been with. Maybe, I don't know, maybe your teenage years. It could be your very first one. I mean, your very first love. But I think that is gonna bring that. Oh, this is a very specific case though. And as this is a general reading, aside from, you know, that encounter which you're gonna have, according to these cards, Mattia, these months are gonna be months of how can I put it into words? Sorting things out. Let me try to explain you what I mean. Everybody has a plan, right? You have a plan up until the end of the year. I have a plan up until the end of the year. Pisces Moonbeam have one. Well, it does look like that your plan is very well made, or whatever you are anticipating, whatever you are again planning to do, and step by step, all of it fulfilled. Okay, so next few months with Mercury, not Mercury, but Jupiter retrograde is going to bring you, it's the ability to consistently follow step by step the creation you are to establish. And by the end, you will grow being very independent from whatever influence, very comfortable, and as well, again, how can I put it into words? The word that I can find is resourceful. It's just you're going to sit on wealth. Now, whatever wealth is for you, because for some is money, for others is health, for third is family, you know, whatever wealth is, you will sit on it. And from there, I mean, you can end up deciding what to do with it. And another thing for you, Mattia, is that next few months you will feel the call to have more simple life, if you know what I mean. It's just, it's gonna feel right to kind of be more chill and laid back about life, itself. But the biggest topic for you, it is that old love that is going to show up, that you will bump on. What will happen in between you two, that is entirely up for you to decide. All right, next, Anna. I don't know, it could be. I don't know about that then, Mattia. Because the thing about that is that you will discover that there is still something about that person. I mean, you have still something about that person. And if you love your husband, then that's not the feeling that you will experience. This is going to be like a revitalizing. These are cards for you. Anna. And they do speak about, more specifically, that is, for some kind of an adventure or a traveling that will be a bit taxing on your body and I don't want to say health. Actually, it's going to benefit your health, but it's going to be taxing. That could be as an adventure, you know, some kind of a hike or a workout routine, whatever the case. But it will involve movement, though, and it's going to be in a large amount, in a large quantity of movement. Other than that, Jupiter retrograde is going to banish whatever concerns you have, whatever problems you are facing, okay? And you will just gonna feel like you are sitting on well-established patterns and foundations, and that you can simply place bigger targets, and that's right. Okay, but before you do so, before you strive to fulfill those targets, to fulfill those new goals, which are bigger than the goals you have by now, make your due diligence. Very, very important. Okay, make your due diligence, and as well, kind of like make a reassessment of yourself, because according to these cards, it does look like that you are much stronger than you think you are. And probably Jupiter retrograde is the moment where you will realize that. All right, Yalabi, let's see your single love life due to the period of Jupiter retrograde. Hello, Rocky. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. Very soon, you're going to have your personalized reading. These are your cards, Yarabi. And you can be single no more, okay? Because according to these cards, Jupiter retrograde is gonna deliver you the rare opportunity to further thy goal or your goal in that particular case. Under the energy of the Ace of Pentacles, that signifies, in regards to your, in the line of your questioning, it signifies a harmonious interaction and potential for relationship, harmonious relationship. A lot of things can ruin it though, okay? A lot of things can ruin it. First, entitlement. That is a huge breaking point. So you feel entitled to certain things, bad, okay? It's just is gonna break everything. The second, rules, okay, demands, telling how things should be, bad. That also is gonna break things up. So what needs to be happening, it is that, just imagine that interaction, relationship, it's a flow and it guides you, all right? It leads you. You do not bend it to your will. You follow it if you want it to happen. So that's how it's gonna be. If you're not willing to do so, maybe a prenup. I don't know what to advise you. Okay. Good night, Mattia. But long story short, it is, you need to surrender if you want that thing to endure. All right, next, Jasmine. Yeah, to be. Yeah, I know that it is hard. I mean, you're talking to a Scorpio. We do not submit. We simply do not care. We do as we please. Okay. We do not demand though. So we do as we please. If you like it, that's great. If you don't, well, door doesn't have a lock, or a padlock rather. You're free to leave. All right. So Jasmine, let's check it out. Yeah. I also hate being yelled at. Very much. I do not respond well on fights, wrangles, scandals. Okay. I just don't respond well. I definitely do not feed it. Very specific for you, Jasmine. It does look like that you will establish a huge success into something. Those are your cards, and it wouldn't come as a surprise to you. Okay, that is a remarkable breakthrough, or it is a success in terms of breakthrough, figuring a way how to make it. Okay. Like, for example, figuring a way how to work with certain client at work, or figuring a way how to be a part of society, or figuring a way that is going to make you grow. And someone else is gonna grow jealous. I mean, yes, this is gonna be a huge breakthrough for you, which will bring you a lot of content, is gonna bring you a lot of passion, is gonna bring you a lot of how do you call when you are looking forward to experience? I think the word is content. Yes, I already said. It's going to bring you a lot of belief, enthusiasm, but also it's going to bring you an enemy. Okay, so be ready for that. Someone will want what you have, and this is going to be this isn't just a rivalry over something small. That's going to be a person who will genuinely hate you for your success and for your breakthrough. Anticipation. Thank you, Pisces Moonbeam. Yeah, anticipation. Exactly. Exactly, Yadabi. This is how I am as well. I just do not respond at all. I mean, you can yell at me for all I care. You can yell to that wall which is here in front of me. I mean, it's just, it does not work with me, and I believe with many Scorpios as well. My mother is the same. If you yell at her, for example, on the phone, she's gonna just hang up the phone. She ain't feeding it. She ain't participating. Neither do I. All right, Rocky, let's check what you have, girl. What's Jupiter retrograde is gonna bring you? Rocky, those are your cards. It is a payday. Okay, Jupiter retrograde is gonna bring you payday. I think that that's gonna be a raise. Okay, a big raise in what you are getting. It involves resources. Monetary resources, okay, that are streaming from your job, from your business, because you have proved yourself, and bear in mind that's gonna bring bigger responsibilities. Okay, bigger responsibilities, which at first it may look as a piece of cake, but it will have, they will prove to be a bit more resilient than you may think. Now, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to pull it through and to handle them. Jasmine, I do agree with you. I do agree with you, but sometimes you take what someone else wants. Okay, so, and it is a petty person. I mean, there are those kind of people. Okay, I knew these are just people who cannot bear seeing someone succeeding where they cannot. Okay, and what brings that is again a sense of entitlement. They feel entitled to be a part of that social circle, but they can't be because they are petty, you aren't, and you succeed, and they hate you for it. You're welcome, May. So Rocky, it's gonna be a great transit, especially when it comes to your business, because that's all that you do care about, for what I know you. and you will kind of like, it's not even about proving yourself. You will establish yourself as a solid contributor, and as well a solid resolver, for a lack of better expression, where you just get the job done, and now you can handle more, which is gonna bring a bigger payday. Simple as that. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity. And I think that from now on, we are gonna get into schedule, so expect live streams twice a week, unless I am sick or Pisces Moonbeam is sick, of course, because health comes first. And but I do plan to get into schedule, and hopefully that's going to take place. So we're going to see each other probably Sunday or Monday, and until then, bye.